What's growing on, guys? We were on the East Coast and we were getting ready to pull up to Truly Tropical. So this is an old mango grove. I think they've had multi-species back in the day, but they specialize in mangoes now. Actually, I'll let Chris tell you about what's going on there, but we've got some cool stops for you. As you can see, I'm hanging out in the passenger seat. We've got a, who's hiding back there? Oh, hey, what are you doing?
Hey.
We got an editor in the back seat. Trey's been helping us with editing some of these videos. She's along for the hunt, so hope you guys are ready. We're going to be going to some neat places. We're going to be hitting a awesome bamboo grove while we're over here too, tropical bamboo. They've got some epic gardens. We've got some requests into some other places, but we got at least 5 stops on our list here for the next 2 days, so hold tight. We got an exciting tour for y'all today. I'm with Chris from Truly Tropical, and I say it's exciting because Chris also has a very active YouTube channel, and I've learned a lot from her about her different mangoes, pruning. I think most recently you did a video on how to actually store mangoes. Actually, when you're cutting them up and actually putting them in the juice, or I had no idea how they would hold in the freezer. So Chris is, I guess you could say, in my opinion, a mango expert.
The grove's about 5 acres. I moved here in 1999, and the previous owners had owned it since 1942. So this has, been an agricultural property for like about 100 years.
Something neat I'll point out. So as you can see, there's a lot of mango here on the ground. Chris said that probably 95% of this is all pruned with the handsaw. So she doesn't use any chainsaws, doesn't use any power equipment.
This is one of my first project trees here.
Beautiful tree.
This is formerly known as Irwin, and now it's Carrie.
As you can see, where the 2 grafts were put in here on this side and this side. Same thing, I think we did 2 on each and they all took, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Good success.
It's funny.
So I'm not seeing a lot of irrigation out here. I mean, I don't even see these microheads you were talking about. I guess you're not doing a lot of watering for the most part, huh?
Yeah, we mostly just watered to establish the young trees. I put 3-gallon trees in the end of 1999. It was actually November that we planted because, that's the time we had.
These are all 18 years old then, pretty much? Wow.
Yeah.
So you've top worked this since you planted it as original.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
So this was just a field, and it was, we're on top of a sand ridge here, which is great for mangoes. The problem is when you have just sand and small trees, you don't have any shade to keep the root zone cool enough. And so we used a lot of mulch when the trees were young, and then also we ran polypipe along and had little micro emitters to give the tree enough water to survive.
Help them establish.
Yeah.
Nice. So now that they've established, just the leaf litter from the trees in itself is enough? You're not even have to really remulch?
Yeah, we haven't put any mulch for a while, and
nice.
So I think that's going to be our strategy from now on.
Yeah. You know these all by heart?
Well, I hope so.
I hope so. 80 of them, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. You don't have your little map or anything that you're going to pull out to remember?
And this is Rosa.
Rosa?
Yeah, it's a variety from Brazil. Rosa was named for its color, and in equatorial Brazil, most of the mangoes that fruit near the equator are green-skinned, and so this one actually fruits near the equator, and so they differentiate it by Rosa, the one that is colorful.
So that's highly sought after just for the looks, right?
Yeah.
Is it taste as good as it looks?
Yeah, it's a firm mango, very firm,
Okay.
but it does have a flavor that is rich, and it's different from the other mangoes. Piling rocks.
What do you got going on here? I just saw an Instagram post with some beautiful sugar apples. Are those some of them?
Yeah.
This red variety?
Yeah, red variety. And
did you start these from seed?
well, no, I didn't. I mean,
Okay.
This is grafted.
Okay.
Because the red one is not reliable.
It isn't.
If you have to have like an isolated red plant in order to increases the chances of getting a red offspring.
Really? Okay.
No, I think they're green.
We're heading down the mountain.
Yeah.
My ears just popped. Elevation's changing pretty bad here.
So we did.
Oh, whoa. Is this Angie or something? What is this? I have no idea. What is it?
You're gonna die.
Really?
It's a kit.
Really?
And
A little one.
This tree has been in the ground for, I think it's 7 years.
Wow.
And it's same time as the Julies have been in there, and it's the same height.
What's going on?
Well, apparently sometimes the kit can be dwarfed by a certain rootstock.
Really?
And so I guess it's probably the characteristics that I look for in a potted plant, like increases the chances that it's going to be dwarf. And so, that one turned out to be
This
dwarf.
could be a condo mango. I mean, where you think dog shell typically, but wow.
It was in the pot for 3 years, so
God.
that's probably, coming up on 10 years old.
And I take it this isn't the only fruit that wasn't the only fruit that came off of it, right?
Well, this year it was a bad year for it, but last year we had 5 or 6 mangoes that were this size.
Wow.
So,
does the sap bother you?
only if I leave it on without washing it off for a couple hours.
Okay.
I have, my little show and tell thing. I have to, now that you brought it up.
Uh-oh.
This is from, I think, 5 years ago. See that?
Yeah, the scar. What is that?
That was when I was picking fruit, and I washed my hands afterwards. And I failed to wash this, and of course I always wear long sleeves when I'm picking it. And it actually makes sort of like a chemical burn if you leave it on. And so, anyway, it's my little reminder to myself to wash up everything after picking mangoes.
That's not a birthmark. That's a scar from mango sap. Wow, that's pretty. I didn't realize it was that strong. I mean, I've got it on my lip, and my lip blew up to the size of a balloon. But
sometimes people who are allergic to mangoes can eat, like Indo-Chinese ones and avoid Indian ones, and they're okay.
Really?
So,
that's an interesting fact. I didn't know that. Wow. Battle any rodents or animals to get to these mangoes first? I mean, what's your...
Well, we have dogs.
Out all the time?
And they're out quite a bit. And the one dog can actually climb trees pretty well.
Really?
She can get up 10, 12 feet into an old tree. Anyway, here is our oldest tree.
Holy smokes. You could put a tree house in this one.
You could put a house in it.
You really could. What do you think in this one is 120 or something?
It's probably 100 years old.
100 years old.
So you have any guess as far as what variety it is?
I have no idea. What is it, a Valencia Pride or something? I wouldn't even know where to start. Tell me, Chris.
Start at the beginning. It's a Mulgoba.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it fruited then, huh?
Yeah. It was. Some years are great. This was, sort of marginal year at best. But great mango.
It is a good mango?
Yeah.
Really? That's what I was waiting to hear.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is grafted?
Yeah.
Wow. I see you got a small nursery here too. You do some tree sales, I guess, on the side?
Yeah, I would like everyone to grow plants in their own yard with me.
Okay.
If they have the
ability?
the space for it and such, and so I try to stock some plants for that. It's not the main focus of my business, but I want to encourage as many people as possible to grow their own.
Stacked function, little maybe small side of revenue.
I had actually the guy I named the seedling Mulgoba after, it's called Big Jim, was a customer of mine, and he had 32 mango trees, and they were good size too. Only a few of them I actually sold to him, but when I sold them, it was big mango trees.
Wow.
And he would come here like every Saturday and buy mangoes. I'm like, why?
You getting anything from your trees?
Yeah,
wow.
And he's like, I just can't say no to a good mango.
Oh, wow.
And he'd buy a lot, and he just enjoyed giving them to his family and his, friends and everything. And so, yeah.
Nice.
Something. You meet a lot of fun people in the mango business.
Yeah, no, I bet. All right, Chris, so for the homeowners that want to try growing some mangoes, I mean, are you going to tell them to fertilize it? What would be your suggestion? I mean, if they want to have success, what would be the biggest tip you could give them before they go and just put a mango in the ground?
Well, you want to have a good long-term plan for the tree. A lot of times people plant close to their house or close to a fence or something, and then the tree gets too big. So you want to have a realistic plan for the tree. Some trees can be kept very small, but you don't want to just have room for a 3-gallon plant. You want to have room for a 10-year-old plant that you bought in a 3-gallon pot. So, you know, getting the proper situation, enough space, enough sunlight. Of course, getting it established is different once from when it becomes a fruit-bearing plant. But when you're getting it established, yes, you know, you can lightly fertilize it, you know, once a month during the warm months, and you know, really get it established, nice root system. But once it starts producing fruit, you really don't want to fertilize it much. It will need some minor nutrients, but nitrogen really destroys the flavor of many mangoes. So
Okay.
That's the quickest.
We'll take it.
description
No, that
I've
was
done.
very
Yeah,
helpful. I
yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you,
Yep.
Chris.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Chris, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for what you're doing here. Keep up the hard work. We appreciate you letting us come in here, tour your farm, taste your fruit. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with everybody. I appreciate it.
Well, it was great to meet you.
You too. All right.